I believe it was 115.6, whereas last week when we checked in, we were 116.3. So I don't know why I always drop down right on check-in day, because yesterday I was even like around 116.9. So anyways, it is what it is, but I'm gonna go up and make my coffee. Bye. Happy Tuesday vlog. Welcome back. It is just after 8 in the morning. I do have my meal number 1 in front of me. I did not go to the gym first thing this morning because of my check-in day. I do like to sleep in a little bit and then I go to Good Life in the afternoon. So my meals are a little bit weird. We're just doing the classic sweet potato, broccoli, chicken, avocado with some Tabasco, and then some salt-free chicken seasoning. And I do have my coffee. So I did just finish up my check-in downstairs, and I feel like I'm looking leaner. I did hit a new low this morning. I was 115.6 this morning, which last check-in day I was 116.3. And then throughout the week, I kind of fluctuated a little bit. And then when I checked in today, I was down to 115.6. So new prep low, feel like I'm looking lean. So I'm curious to see what coach has to say, but I also got a really good sleep last night. I got 8.5 hours of sleep. And this is a little sidebar, but I've been really enjoying listening to, I feel like I talk about this guy forever, but I love listening to Dr. Josh Axe. I really enjoy listening to his podcasts. He has some great books. It's just like a functional medicine doctor, and I feel like that's kind of right up my alley this past year. So I was listening to one of his podcast episodes yesterday on your sleep and how sleep is really important and all that sort of stuff. And I really like with my Aura Ring that I can track how much deep sleep I get and how much REM sleep I get, because he was saying that you really should be getting at least 90 minutes of deep sleep per night and 90 minutes of REM sleep per night. 90 minutes to 2 hours for each is kind of like optimal, just to really help clear the junk out of your cells, out of your brain, helps your body repair, that sort of stuff. Really helps kind of clean out your brain so you don't have brain fog. And yeah, so I was looking at my levels and I got like 2 hours of deep sleep and I got 2 hours and 45 minutes of REM sleep. So yeah, your girl is feeling rested. So on the agenda for today, I do have some check-ins to do. So I'm going to eat my meal number 1, do some check-ins. I do have to head into town for some work stuff. And then I'm meeting with a girlie to practice our first Pilates class, because when the studio opens up, we're going to be co-teaching a class together. So we're going to kind of prep and figure out how we want to structure the class. I kind of obviously have like my own things that I've been practicing and stuff. So it'll be really nice to kind of put our ideas together and just really create something that works with both of us. So I'm pumped about that. Last night I did like a mock class with Ty, which was hilarious. And it got me super, super excited. And I just feel like I am going to enjoy this so much. And he said I did good. I think that he has to, being my partner, but he said I did good. So I'm super excited. And I'm just like feeling so good about fitness this year and everything that's kind of come with it. And I think also too, just coming from a place of joy and happiness versus coming from a place of like negativity, I think that things will flow to you much easier. And so I'm really just trying to hold on to that, because I'm really enjoying what I'm doing right now. And I'm really feeling like I'm aligned. I don't know if that's, I feel like I'm someone who's big on energy, and I just feel like my energy has been in such a great spot lately, when, like I had mentioned a couple episodes ago, I've struggled in the last year to feel like my energy was not really where it was meant to be. And I struggled mentally with that. But yeah, I'm really feeling like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. I'm really enjoying the process, and honestly, I've just been feeling really good mentally. Like I'm honestly shocked at how good I have been feeling mentally. I think I was worried that the deeper I got into this, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like we're in the trenches or anything. Like, I'm still eating good. Look at this. But I'm feeling really hopeful. I'm feeling really positive about what this year's to bring. And I made a promised to myself that I was going to take risks and I was going to do what brings me joy this year, and so far it's worked out. So that is what I have for you. Kind of a little yap sesh, but I'm going to enjoy this and I will pick you up later, and hopefully I will have coach's feedback somewhat soon so I can update you. But that is it. That is all. Have a great rest of your day. Hello, it has been a hot minute since I talked to you. I don't even know if I updated you on coach's feedback after our check-in on Tuesday. So I'm going to update you quick on that, and then I'll just kind of talk about what has been going on, because this week has felt hard. But anyways, yeah. So Tuesday we had our check-in, and coach's feedback was we did drop calories further. So we did drop on both high and low days 10 grams of carbs and 5 grams of fat. So drop in calories. We also upped cardio to 45 minutes 5 times a week, but then we also added in a 6th session of cardio. And for that 6th session, it is like a HIIT workout style layout sort of thing. So she like has it structured for me. It works out to be about 25 minutes of like high intensity interval sort of cardio, and then after that I do have to do 25 minutes of steady state, like just what I'm doing throughout the rest of the week. So cardio has been upped, and we also upped steps as well to 12.5K steps a day. So that was the update that I got from her on Tuesday. But I just kind of want to run you through this week, because I just feel like this week is the first week that I've been like, oh, this sucks. Like, and I think it's just, I think that there's a lot that's kind of going into that. I think that this week I was just like, it was my time, if you know what I mean. So I was just feeling like emotional, number one. Number two, think like the weight was just not moving super smooth in the gym. Like, of course I'm still pushing myself, but it just felt heavy this week. I struggled with sleep this week too, which I think is another big one. I got like 4.5 hours of sleep one night, like maybe 5.5 the next night. Like I racked up a little bit of sleep debt, and I just couldn't quite recover from it, just because we do get up pretty early. So it's just like once you kind of, and if I have stuff going on at night and I'm working a bit later, it's like I literally have to be in bed by like 7:30 or 8, because it takes me about an hour to like an hour and a half sometimes to even fall asleep with like no screen, no phone, nothing, like just me laying in bed with my eyes closed. So that's something that I've been struggling with this week. And because I was just getting to bed, like, you know, going into bed at like 9:30, and then I'm not falling asleep till 11 or 12 o'clock at night. So that was just something that I struggled with this week. And I think too, just like cardio felt really hard this week. I don't know why. I did switch up this week. Instead of doing it on the Stairmaster for 45 minutes, I switched it up to walking. I was trying to read on the Stairmaster on Tuesday after I got feedback from coach, and I like upped it to 45 minutes. And Tuesday was also a weird day. My schedule was all discombobulated, so my meal timings weren't what they normally were. And with the drop in calories, which I do implement like right away, basically, I was on this Stairmaster and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out. Like I had to stop my cardio. My headphones had died. Like it was just a horrible like session. Like I literally got to the gym. I didn't have my headphones, my normal ones. So then I always have like a spare pair, but then my spare pair wasn't fully charged. And so I would like listen to music for 10 minutes and then they'd kind of die. And then I'd work out and plug it into the wall and work out, and they weren't holding a charge. So it was rough. It was rough. So that was kind of how we started. That's kind of how we started this new week, entering in with our adjustments. So I think that was just like, oh God. But yeah, so I've been doing it on the treadmill, and I've been reading my book, which I actually finished my book, and I do want to pop back to the library likely tomorrow to grab the second book in the series. I am currently reading Spark of the Everflame series. I don't know if that's the name of the first book, but I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like a fantasy book, not too much romance going on in it yet, which I'm like really, really enjoying. And there wasn't a lot of world building, so I felt like it was very easy to get into. I'm someone who's read like ACOTAR, I've read Throne of Glass, I've read like all the big series, and I felt like, you know, ACOTAR was the first one that kind of got me into that genre, and then yeah, thrown a glass after throwing a glass. I just felt like I was hit by a bus. So didn't know what to do with myself, but yeah, I'm really getting back into the swing of things. That book brought me so much joy, and to have 45 minutes in the mornings where no one can call me and my phone's still on do not disturb to just read my book, it's amazing. So I really enjoyed that. But yes, I swapped my cardio to walking so that I could read. It was just easier. I didn't feel like I was like bobbing up and down while I was reading and it made me dizzy or whatever. So anywho, but yeah. And then I think just mentally too, I think I was just a little bit discouraged because it was like my time of the month. I wasn't really down much weight. And I think that just kind of was like getting to me. And I know that obviously that was just a reflection of my body holding water. But I think mentally I was just like, oh my God, I'm putting in so much work. And I just wasn't in the best spot mentally this week, which, yeah, like I said, this was the first week that I just was kind of like, whew, okay, we're turning up the heat. We're turning up the heat for sure. But we still checked all the boxes, still ate all of our food, still hit all of our expenditure goals so far. And we're going to be wrapping up my split. I guess we're wrapped it up now and we're starting over again tomorrow on Saturday. But yeah, I just feel like this week was heavy, and just with work and stuff too. And I kind of got busy, and I just being so tired and not feeling the best, I just honestly didn't even pick up my camera, which is too bad. But this week, work-wise, I've had some stuff going on, and then obviously this week we launched the release date of the the opening date of the Pilates studio. So just finalizing up my first class structure, and then also just kind of getting my other class structures finalized and like running through them for opening week, which is going to be, it opens on Easter weekend. So I'm teaching my first class the Saturday of Easter weekend. So it's just been a lot of like, you know, really locking in on that front, really locking in with coaching as well. My team has grown and I'm really still enjoying that. And then on top of that, real estate. So there's just been a lot going on, and I felt like my energy was low this week. But yeah, all in all, it was still a lovely week, and this has kind of turned into like a bit of a yap session. But I do have a posing call with my coach at 1:30, and it's currently 10 after 1. And after that, I do have a one-to-one like consult call, like a virtual meet and greet, tell me about yourself, that sort of call, to see if coaching would be a good fit for her. And yeah, other than that, I'm in the process of dealing with an offer, and I had to prep a listing presentation today because I do work tomorrow. I'm going to be going and doing listing presentation on Saturday morning, and just doing like follow-ups. I have quite a few clients coming to town on Easter weekend, like out of town clients who are moving here. So I'm just trying to like schedule things in advance because number one, I am working at the Pilates studio on the Saturday of the Easter weekend. Number two, I want to try to see family a little bit if I can, but like I have like 3 sets of clients coming down on Easter weekend. So I'm really just trying to be like, okay, tell me now, tell me now so I can plan. So yeah, it's just kind of been honestly a work from home day today. I didn't have any showings today, but overall the week was what it was. And I'm just happy that hopefully I can just kind of, you know, after I'm done work tomorrow morning, I only work in the morning, and after I'm done work tomorrow morning, I hope that I could just kind of chill out. We do have, like I said, leg day tomorrow. Sunday's my only rest day, so we won't be quite done yet. And I'm really nervous about doing like that high intensity interval training style cardio. I'm going to add that on to my session tomorrow after my leg day. And I'm probably just going to do like sprints. I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe I'll let you know how that goes, because I've honestly never really trained in that sort of sense before. So I've always just kind of done like moderate, low intensity, steady state. So yeah, I'm curious to see how that goes. But after that, then I can have some chill time. And that's the update for you. So I'm going to go downstairs and get my posing call set up, all rocking and rolling, get my lights going, put my posing suit on, probably make a coffee and bring that down with me. And then after that, I'm literally just going to come right back up into my office here and do my one-to-one consult call. So that is my day for you. Thank you for chatting with me. This has been a yap session and a half. This is now going on 9 minutes. So I will talk to you later. Happy Monday. It is Monday, March 30th, and I honestly completely just dropped the ball this week with vlogging and like picking up the camera and just kind of bringing you along. It's been kind of a hectic week, but this weekend was really nice. Saturday, we had a really great lift at the gym. It was like our leg day, and I did do my first cardio session. I think I had chatted about how coach had implemented like an additional 6th cardio session that was like a HIIT style workout. And I really actually enjoyed that. I was like kind of stressing because your girl is not like a runner. I don't run, I don't do sprints. I don't really do cardio like that. But I ended up doing the Stairmaster, and I like ran on the Stairmaster, like not run, I don't know. It was like a 20-second high interval that I was like cooking it on the Stairmaster. And then I did a minute and 40, like back down to more of a regular pace. I did 6 sets of that with a 5-minute warm up and 5-minute cool down. Honestly, like I really enjoyed it. And then after that, I did do my 25 minutes of like my regular cardio, which is just like my low intensity steady state, as long as my heart rate's above 135. And I normally try to keep it around 135, 140. So really great session on Saturday. And then yesterday we did end up going to the battalion game, which was so nice. And I had 7 check-ins yesterday. So, oh my God, Sunday is like literally my favorite day ever. I enjoy doing these check-ins so much, and just like seeing my girls kind of evolve and like hearing what they have to say and like the feedback and just addressing it. And honestly, like it's just been such a fulfilling journey, like for me. And also too, like, I just love seeing people grow. And so I think that just being a part of their journey has really, really meant so much for me. And I have been so grateful for that. And yeah, this morning we had an early lift. We went to the gym and we had a back day, and I'm really feeling like I'm leaning out. I actually have like randomly dropped almost 3 pounds since last week. And I don't know if I was just holding water because I had my period last week or what it was, but anyways, we have leaned, I feel like we've really leaned out and just like maybe lost some inflammation as well. So really great session this morning. And then right after our session, I went to the studio, and I did the Pilates studio and ran through a class there with one of the girls I'm going to be teaching with, and just kind of like saw the space. It was my first time actually seeing the space, and it's just like starting to feel real and starting to feel really exciting. So really great time there. And then I did have a listing appointment. I was originally supposed to have this listing appointment on Saturday. However, the timing didn't quite work out with the lady, so we ended up swapping it. And so I did that this morning. And then I did groceries, and then I came home, and here we are, and I'm going to be closing out this vlog now. So that's the update for you. And I just wanted to say, if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. This week has been so uneventful. So yeah, my bad. But I'm going to end it out here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have an amazing week, and I hope that you crush all of your goals, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, bye. Oh my God. This is what was happening when I was trying to end my video out.